Alrighty, 7:40. Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit of a mess out there this morning. We are taking a look at some of our iCams across the state, showing different types of precipitation moving through.
So we do have in New London, it looks certainly wet there, perhaps a little icy mix, but we do expect a transition over to rain in southeastern Connecticut. However, in Waterbury, visibility is not great. We're clearly looking at a low volume of traffic on 84, so some good
Really
news
low.
there. And Caitlin will have the very latest on how the icy mix is impacting travel across the state in just a moment. But, you know, we do have freezing rain and sleet there, and from Middletown as well, not too much happening there on Route 9.
Which is good news. A lot of people are heeding the advice. We still see some truckers out there, and the icing-coated, caked-on iCam of New Haven looking very pretty, but you can't see too much in the way of visibility out there this morning. All right, so we've got the different types of precipitation. You've got some snow to the north, just right up against the Massachusetts border. For most of the state, we're looking at some freezing rain and some sleet that is coming down. Unfortunately, this is going to be the trend through the day today. It's not basically a snow event for us. It's an icy, sleety mess as we move on over into parts of Enfield, Hazardville, dealing with some of that sleet, and on over into Summers. And then you get up into parts of the quiet corner. You've got some snow coming down in Woodstock, and it is snow. The temperature there a little bit below the freezing mark pretty much across the state, with the exception of the immediate shoreline. And then you are dealing with some of that sleety mess in Hartford, Glastonbury, Rocky Hill, New Britain, Berlin. Be careful, because the roads, it's so deceiving out there. The roads, they look just plain old wet, but they're very icy underfoot and under tire. You're going to be dealing with a real slippery mess. So you got to be careful. One little slip, and before you know it, you're on your butt ski. So you got to be real careful out there, okay? Temperatures across the board, they're in the mid to upper 20s. Mark, New Haven, 32 now. That's some better news.
Yes, up to freezing there, and we're seeing that. I'm going to just pop back to Doppler just for a moment here to kind of pair this up, because we do have those shades of green representing rain just to our south. So that's going to eventually work farther north into coastal and southeast Connecticut. Again, as temperatures there are up to, if not just above freezing, along the shoreline, but we're still in the mid and upper 20s. We've not seen much movement temperature-wise at all across interior portions of the state, and eventually later this afternoon we'll make it into the lower 30s. But for the next several hours, with temperatures where they are now and that rain that is coming down, it's freezing rain that we'll have to contend with. So we do have this winter weather advisory up for interior Connecticut. This runs all the way through this evening for coastal and southeast Connecticut, likely just through mid to late morning. So do want to show you our icing product here with Futurecast as we run the clock down for you, and really just want to draw your attention to the swath of purple from southwest and west central Connecticut through the central part of the state up into the northeastern part of Connecticut. So basically along and just to the southeast of 84 is where we could see 1/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, perhaps 3/10 of an inch of ice accretion. So on power lines, on trees near power lines, that could lead to isolated to scattered power outages, and then clearly traveling with icy conditions underfoot, under tire, not good. So bridges, overpasses, any sort of elevated surface, sidewalks, parking lots, patios, driveways, you'll want to think very, very carefully before you step.
Yeah, when you're letting that pet out the back door, watch it that he or she doesn't go flying too. Snow mix right now, very little snow. That's up in basically in northern Connecticut, right up against the Mass border. Slippery travel being reported. The storm lasts through this evening, but most of the snow totals are pretty much done. We're going to be dealing with sleet and freezing rain, as you can see those icons right across the board through 3 p.m. this afternoon. More of the same for the shoreline. Temperatures hovering around the freezing mark, maybe getting a little bit above it. You might see a change over to plain rain, like Mark was just showing us on our own early warning dual-pole radar. So there's the storm system. It's going to be several more hours before this thing winds down, and then we are going to be dealing with some really cold weather. Not so much today. I mean, it's chilly out there, but boy, we're talking about some really Arctic air Thursday and Friday. 21, and look at the overnight low Thursday night into Friday morning, 8 degrees. Oof. That is single-digit coldness.
And at least we get a nice rebound for the last shopping weekend before Christmas.
Yeah, because I got to get out there and get your gift.
And, oh, good.
Yeah. What do you want, by the way?
Did you unwrap the one from
I
Saturday?
did. By this, as a matter of fact, I did. Yes.